politics from council down, it just got to the point where I didn't want to do it anymore.
The City of Lansing's former manager for code enforcement is sharing his thoughts on the decision to step down. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer.
And I'm Sherry Jones. We've shown you plenty of rental properties here at 6 News deemed unlivable by the city. And as the saga continues, the head of the department, Scott Sanford, made the choice to retire.
That's right. That news comes as units at the
Autumn Ridge Apartments were red tagged, and the city accuses the owners of not having the proper licensing for years. They, however, dispute that claim. And over at the Holmes Apartments, a building was condemned by the city as tenants dealt with trash, bugs, and other issues. Some of those residents were moved to the Pacific Apartments on Kalamazoo Street, but pink tags have gone up there as well.
McCoy Scribner spoke with Sanford today, who says he's been thinking about retirement for a while, but issues with other city leaders ultimately led to his decision to leave sooner than expected.
And he's here for you now with what Sanford had to say. McCoy?
Well, Sherry and Siobhan, Scott Sanford had worked for the city for the last 23 years, most recently as the manager of code enforcement, but his last day was Friday. Now he's talking about the problems he left behind.
It got to the point where the politics got in the way of me being able to do my job.
Sanford says he did the best he could with the staff and resources he had.
You have roughly 29,000 rental properties in the city of Lansing when you have 11 code officers. It's tough.
Many units in the city are red tagged, considered unlivable, and yet landlords continue to rent them out.
Again, we're not police officers. We can't stop them. But then again, you can't go out and displace 860 units.
As for his sudden retirement, he says it all started last year.
I said something in a meeting in August that I probably shouldn't have said, okay? And I only said it once in a closed-door meeting with my staff, but somehow it got to city council.
After an investigation, council president Carol Wood wanted to prevent Sanford from coming to any meetings.
She basically said that if I was going to continue to do my job and go to the council meetings as I had and represent my office, that she wasn't going to hold a meeting the rest of the year. So they prevented me from doing my job.
We felt the culture that he in a leadership with code compliance was detrimental to working with council. Absolutely stand by that decision. And his choice to retire was his choice to retire.
Sanford says he had disagreements with other leaders at City Hall and wishes he could have spent more time focusing on the issues at hand.
I've got an interim director that wouldn't listen to me and a city council that, was more interested in playing politics than they are, actually addressing the problem.
And I reached out to the interim director of economic development and planning for comment, but have not heard back at this time.